things are going to work out better than you have ever expected it to be. That's what I'm hearing when I record this message. Ah, okay, so today I have a little arrangement for you guys. I have a dish full of apples, a cup of tea that is full, and also a chocolate. I can show it to you. Wait. Hmm. See, looks delicious, right? It looks so good. Perfect for me to start talking on this topic that I'm hearing, that you can stop worrying now. You can stop worrying that things are working against you, or because of this period of stillness that you are existing in, that in between phase where you are in that transition from, it's not like you have completely transformed in and jumped into your new reality, but you're also not the old version of you anymore. So yeah, that's the in between phase that I'm getting. Okay, so that's the thing. It's like your past has no control over you now, and you have really worked so freaking hard to come up into this very moment that you're finding this video on your feed. So stay with me, stick to the end to find out that your life may look like it's in a standstill, or either it may look like things are not, falling right into place for you. I mean, like, it's not like things are just given to you on the silver plate, right? On the silver platter. Of course, you have worked hard for it, but the thing is, you don't need to work more, or you don't need to work hard. You just need to work smart and less. And I'm also getting a heavy message right here that Spirit wants me to, say it to you guys, because I'm feeling called to share this message with you. So please take rest, okay? Because you're going to be very busy soon enough. You're going to have a lot on your plate than you currently have, okay? You're going to get really busy. That is what I'm getting. You might be doing a lot of, I'm seeing like events. You might be called to, I don't know, functions or programs like that. Or you might just be having your exams coming up soon. So you, either ways, whatever it is, you're going to get busy, okay? So better rest up now, better sleep now well, rather than later on, you know, not feeling energized or really, you can say, confident enough to show up, because you are going to have to show up. Like, I'm seeing a lot of places where this could be like not just places but opportunities that are coming towards your way, where you need to show up a certain way, okay? And for that, you need to, prepare yourself from now. Prepare yourself. You're not in the middle of nowhere. because I don't believe that life ever comes to a, you know, halt or stop just because things are around you, like your circumstances are not moving or they are not changing, maybe. So I don't believe in such things. Shifts are happening every single day, okay? And we are going through a mass awakening because of all the massive portal energies that has severely impacted especially this 2025 year, right? All of the 9 9 portals, 10 10 portals, there were so many manifestation portals. And for those people, only those people are going to see the shifts and the changes in their life happening who are actually doing the internal work, who are actually doing the, you know, deep healing stuff, who are actually going deep inside within themselves, and, you know, doing all that trauma, you can say, shadow work questions, right? So they are digging in. They have really digged in, and it's not just been this year, but I feel like for a lot of you guys, it has been. You have been on this healing and spiritual journey for a long time now, and it's been years. I can feel that for some of you guys, it can even be 5 years, who knows? For some of you guys, I'm seeing like 7 years. For some of you, you were just like maybe 2 or 3 years, okay? But however long it has been, you have, see, what I'm getting from spirit is like they're trying to tell me ultimately at the end things have worked out, right? Even when you had no physical proof or evidence as to how or when or why, you didn't have the answer to all those questions, right? Immediately, you didn't have it. But when you just let life, you know, unfold the way it's meant to, without interrupting its natural course, sometimes you just have to let things, you know, go, because not everything is in your control, okay? And that's it. That is not, you know, like you trying to be passive or patient towards something. Yes, it requires patience. Your journey surely is not a overnight success story. It does require patience, a lot of patience, right? A lot of consistency as well, and a lot of discipline. So you have been on it, okay? Whoever I'm talking to, especially you know this about yourself. You have been that version of yourself who is showing up regardless of how she feels. Doesn't matter, okay? She remembers what she deserves. That is the best life, and that is the best version of herself. She deserves to see it until the end, no matter what. So your future self, your higher self is already thanking you so highly, and I can feel that right now. Like your higher self has got your back. You may feel sometimes like you are alone on this journey, and maybe you're not getting a lot of like physical support, but you can say energetically, right? Spiritually, you are already on the right frequency and you are aligned with the right people. May they may not be, you know, presenting themselves right now in your physical reality. You may not have come across them, or, you know, seeing them eye to eye, but face to face. But the thing is, you all, your divine has soul tribe and your divine has counterpart. You guys are aligned with each other. You guys have been working, right, on this, on building this beautiful, you can say, relationship within yourself and also with God. And when you come into union with God, you build such a beautiful, safe, secure and grounded space that is so reassuring, and it can be so peaceful, and it is home, okay? It is what your powerhouse is made of: peace, happiness and love, okay? So when you build that powerhouse, that home with God, right, within yourself, because you are already connected to God. You are already a part of, you can say, God. Okay, God is a part of you. He resides in you, and I strongly believe in that. Every person has a God inside them, right? But they just don't know how to live up to it. That's a pretty hard stuff a lot of people are having a hard time to deal with, right? But you're showing it's possible. Even after going through like shittier of shittiest experiences, you are showing it that it is possible. Still, to have a strong relationship with yourself and with God, right? You're showing who is actually walking the path with God and who is not in alignment with who they say that they are, really. You know, some people be walking around saying, like, okay, they try to prove their worth, and that's what makes them, empty from inside. You can say desperate. Because the more you try to explain, hmm, the more you try to prove that you are worthy of this opportunity, of this place, person, or situation, you kind of lose your power. You don't realize it at the moment, but you lose your power. Because the thing is, nothing outside of you should have that much, you know, power or control to make you feel like you need to, prove yourself to them, or kind of, let them you really get into your head, because that's not going to take you anywhere, especially where somewhere where aligned where you're meant to be, you know. That's what I'm saying. So why, deal with nasty people? What you can do is, I'm not saying when you walk the path with God, okay, you are actually doing the internal work and you're actually being on the spiritual healing journey, and you know the stuffs, you know how the things work here, the collective consciousness, the divine union, you know about all these stuffs, okay? Yeah, no, and you just don't know it. The thing about you is you also embody it. Knowing is not enough anymore. You need to embody it. You need to be the version who acts like it. That's embodiment. You can't just say that you are a very, you can say, person who is connected to God, and then, go around listening to things, people, music, places, stuffs that doesn't, respect, and you can say bring that, they don't show that humanity in their behavior and nature with you, towards you. Like, you can't just, preach something that you're not. Even if you try to do, people will catch up onto your manipulation, right? It's complete, like, for example, I'm getting a heavy example, okay? I will give you a situation from my life as an example. So there was this acquaintance, um, that I'm no longer friends with, but I kind of analyzed her behavior, and she, what happened is, I thought she's a very spiritual person, and she's like, you can say, she's really doing the internal work. That's what I thought, because she kind of kept me, showing the records of her journal, uh, her prayers that she says to God. And I'm not saying that anything is wrong with that, okay? Journaling and praying to God every day, yes, you need to be connected to God. But the thing is, it does not necessarily mean that you have to be like a very, you can say, religious person. Like, every day you have to wake up 5 a.m. in the morning, 6 a.m. in the morning, or 7 a.m., and then go and first do your, you can say, puja and stuffs to God, and then you can start your day. That's not what I'm saying. You can just simply start your day with a normal, meditation or anything that makes you feel connected to God, right? Anything in your heart, or a short prayer, or a short affirmation, because that is enough. You don't have to, overwork yourself or burn yourself out, overstress yourself to, show that you are like divinely guided and you are divinely protected. Like, that's not what you're trying to, preach versus what you're doing. So one of her behaviors, so she was showing me all those journal prompts, talking about so much about how, she has all the knowledge and stuffs. I really started believing at first, and feeling like, okay, I have met the right person, okay, I have met my best friend and something like that. But soon enough, you know, what happened is I started noticing some of her weird stuffs and behavior. Like, she started saying, when I was eating in my canteen, right? That's where the mindset matters, okay? You need to study people's mindset as well. Give people the chance to speak before you start talking, okay? That's how you read people's motives, their values, okay? Shared interest doesn't matter anymore. My biggest lesson in this whatever friendship I had, okay, was shared interest is not just enough, okay? Compatibility, or you can say, yeah, chemistry, if you are in a relationship or dating line, it won't work, okay? Emotional responsiveness is what at the end will, you know matter the most. Because if you can't show up, that person can't show up for you in a whatever connection you are with them, the way you show up for yourself, then what's the point? What's the point of keeping this connection then? It's not taking you anywhere. Ultimately, you are feeling alone and even more empty from inside. So, like, you're better off alone then, I would say. Because the connection you have built within yourself and with God, and not just with you, but you are also aligning your, by doing this, by following your intuition, your heart's true desires of having a deep, meaningful connection with people around you, right? That's what you need, that's what you want and desire for. And you're not settling for anything less than what you deserve at this point. So that is actually you aligning yourself unknowingly with the right people that are on the right frequency and are in the divinely aligned path as your journey in life. And how will these people that are, actually in alignment with your frequency find you if you are not willing to let go of the people that no longer aligns with your highest good? you know how will these people, opportunities, and places that are more in alignment with your path find you? you they're literally telling me, like, find me, find let me find you. Okay, so that's the thing. So basically, this person, um, she was like, we were in canteen, we were having our lunch, okay, and she was talking about spiritual and esoteric concepts that I like to talk about as well, because I have a similar interest in that. And I don't see a lot of people talking about stuffs like this. So it really draws me in when someone, talks about stuffs like spiritual and esoteric concepts like that. At first, it piques my, curiosity, but then I observe their behavior versus their words. And if that doesn't really align, I straight up know they're lying, first of all. And that's what I know, how when I need to draw a line, set a boundary, cut off. Bye bye. Gone. It's been very simple. I have gained so much confidence now. I'm really telling you guys, I have gained so much confidence and so much. I feel like I'm really very much worthy right now. And I'm really back on my self concept. Like, I don't really, and that is exactly why I don't really, feel the need to chase people or chase after the right people. You don't need to chase after things that are already meant for you. First of all, it's already yours. It's written in the stars, it's written by God, and you can't avoid your destiny. Okay? It's already written. And that doesn't mean every experience you face that is a destiny. Okay? That will stay forever or that will be long. It just means that some of the encounters you have with some people who are on the right frequency as you are, and that's why you are meeting them. But you also need to understand that it necessarily doesn't mean that they are going to stick by you forever. Earlier, when I just began this spiritual, you can say, healing journey, used to think things like, if it's not forever, then what is the purpose? What's the meaning? What's the point of all this? Because I want someone by my side forever. I don't know, but I want someone like that, no matter what I do. So, yeah, it's not like no matter what I do. The thing is, depends. If you're actually a person who has healed a lot, and it shows in the way you speak, in the way you move and carry yourself through this world, the way you share your gifts and talents and blessings with people around you, which shows in your behavior, okay? Then I would say there's nothing left to change about you. If I met such a person like that, there's nothing I would like to change. I would like to, love and really accept and understand them fully. Though I know it's not really possible to understand another person fully, it's only that person who can themselves try to understand themselves fully. Same goes for me. I just feel so energized when I have apples and you can say tea. This tea is not found anywhere else, okay? I'm not telling you the secret of where this tea, um, or maybe I'm not giving the secret. It's okay, let me just tell you because I have already exposed, okay? This is called Darjeeling tea and it's only found in Kolkata. Now, I'm not going to tell you from where. Did I buy this? From what? Give me this inspiration, okay? That's a long story. So, just know that I was gifted with this beautiful tea and I absolutely love that. Love this. I've been drinking this like for almost half a year. And say 6 months, it has been such a pretty long time. And ever since I sipped this tea, okay, I didn't feel the need to drink milk tea or coffee or really aerated beverages and all like that, okay, hot beverages. Because the thing it makes you poop even before you realize it. That's the thing, it fries your nervous system as well. And it's not just about your digestion. It's not healthy for your digestion. Yes, it affects when you drink milk tea. You will have a low quality of sleep. You will have a low quality of working energy. It's not like that tea is going to really give you all the energy to work up for the rest of the day, okay? Or level up for the rest of the day. It's not going to do that. I have tried, seriously. Trust me, it didn't. At the end of the day, I used to feel drained. Somehow, I don't know, that my body just doesn't, you know, when you heal a lot, your body also do not, you can say, tolerate a lot of things that it used to tolerate before. May it be food that you're consuming, drinks, may it be people, places, situations, your food habits, your lifestyle, your mindset, everything is affected when you heal your traumas, right? When you do the internal deep shit work, right? When you go inside yourself and sit with your inner self and talk to it about what is the pain you are feeling. Where is the pain that you're feeling in your body right now? You know, one of the I thought I will document it, but something I did recently, I'm really like proud of myself for. I was having this old situation replay in my head, okay, about a person that I'm no longer connected to, and it was bothering me a lot, to be honest. For a person like me who is not really easily bothered, anyways, it's not like I'm not bothered all the time. I mean, like, yes, sometimes shit will get to your head, okay? You can't do anything about that, but know how to alchemize that shit. Just don't sit around with that shit and do nothing about it. That's not what you're supposed to do. Your emotions, your pain, the way you are feeling, all of your emotions, they are here to tell you, not to fix them or to try to, immediately heal or release them. No. They just want to be acknowledged. They just want to be heard and seen. Because you have to understand, the person outside you who has caused you this pain, right? Why are you, in this pain? Of course, there is a reason, right? You wouldn't just be feeling this way if they did not do anything that has triggered this thing in you, right? This hurt in you. So, you don't need to necessarily fix that, but the person outside you did not acknowledge your feelings and emotions, right? And that's why you are triggered, because they didn't consider your emotions, they didn't consider your feelings, they didn't respect you or your emotions at all. So that's the point. That's what your emotions are here for them to be acknowledged by you, to be seen by you. Ask yourself, how are you feeling today? And where is this pain that you are, feeling in your body? Whenever you are going through, this has really helped me throughout my entire journey. Up until this point, I still do this. So as I was feeling the pain, okay, the painful memories, because I really thought things would work out with this person. I had so much hope and faith in them that this person will change, evolve, and they would show up in the way I wanted them to be for me. But you don't, so people are not unfinished projects, okay? And you don't become the one who tries to finish that project or fix that project or heal them. That's what you cannot do. You have to understand this. People are finished projects already, just as they are when you meet them and what they show to you ever since the beginning. That's why the beginning matters the most. The beginnings can be very, I think the more than the endings are painful, the beginnings are more painful for me now. It's really getting in my ass. To be honest, do you think it's easy to start all over again after everything getting messier and shittier? Do you think it's easy to forget and just put your past in the, dustbin? Do you think that's easy? To always stay detached or unbothered, that I have become this version of me that not always I'm detached, but most of the times it doesn't get to my head because it's not the intensity of my emotions are very high. It's very huge. But the thing is, that's why I feel and see things so deeply because I understand a lot more than I should have understood. That's where the pain comes. But the thing is, understanding more is not a pain. That's not what I'm trying to imply here. If you are a person who is very, you can say, emotionally hypersensitive or sensitive like that, that is a gift, okay? The way you can feel these emotions deeply is what makes you intolerant, okay? Intolerant to people, and it's like a natural repellent, to bugs and insects and weeds. So what I'm trying to imply is it makes you repellent to people that are really not that honest, you can say not that respectful, or not that worthy to be with you or to be in your life, you know because the way they made you feel says a lot about them. If they have made you feel like you are unworthy or you are not all that you think you are, well, that says a lot about them then. That is how they feel about themselves as well. And that is why they are projecting it on you. Their own insecurities and traumas. Shit that they haven't dealt with within themselves by going inside them, right? But you have done all that healing work. That's why it doesn't get to your head now. Because it's projection. It's not something you need to fix or deal. So you are not responsible for other people's emotional weather. Okay? You're just responsible for being yourself, respecting your own emotions, seeing them, feeling them, acknowledging them without always needing to fix them or immediately, release them. Sit with it, okay? Give yourself some break, some grace, especially. Ask yourself, where am I feeling this pain inside my body? See, our pain always, you know, is linked with our physical body too. It's not just mental, it's linked with our physical as well. So whenever now you are experiencing some situation that makes you feel like you are, really drained, or you're in a low, you can say low vibrational or negative mood, really ask yourself, what is the matter today? What is the matter today with you, Aishi? What is it going on inside? Are you feeling a chest pain? Are you feeling like your back is in pain? Are you feeling a neck pain? So there are all these points that I'm pointing on my body. Okay, these have a connection. Okay, I'm not just simply talking about them. Know that when I'm pointing that out, it has a purpose. It has a meaning. I will uncover the meaning. Let me sip my tea. The bitterness of this tea is what makes me alive. Oh, I love bitter things. I didn't used to have my taste buds activated for bitter things before. But now, I don't know what's going on again. My taste is rapidly changing a lot. I can eat a lot of stuff that I didn't used to eat before. I don't know how that happened. It happened. I'm so grateful. Because now I can eat a lot. And at the same time, I'm so grateful, you know, that I can try so many new different, you can say, foods, and be open to, trying new, you can say, not experiment, but why am I getting the word experiment again and again inside my head? Yeah, it's like trying new food. It's like kind of you are experimenting, right? What your body can tolerate, what your body can, it's really good for your body. And I'm feeling this itching sensation right now. which is just another confirmation. Yes, your taste buds are changing and you're having a taste for better and higher things in life, not just food, but better and higher, standards. Your taste has changed, surely. But this is what happens when you truly start loving yourself and truly healing from inside. You no longer tolerate or settle for anything that's less than what you deserve. You literally go out there, show the universe through your actions, no, thank you, I don't want this, I want something better. You immediately see if that person is giving you any such weird ass negative energy, you back off. And you just be like, okay, wait a minute, I don't want this, I want something else that is more in alignment and is actually aligned with my divine highest good. And that is actually better for me. Okay? That's also how you open yourself up to new people, right places, right opportunities, and right people that are actually also, trying to find you, because they are vibrating at the same frequency that you are. And how will they find you if you're still tolerating bullshit, right? If you're still going for the average, mediocre life where you're not breaking the rules. You're just following the society's rules and whatever your mom, dad, your, I don't know, whoever neighbor, relative, your entire population of this earth has put onto you. You're just following other people's rules. What about you? What about you? Who is thinking and taking care of you? The question is, are you really living for yourself when you live by other people's rules, or are you living for them? That's not a freedom life. That's not a sovereign. That's not sovereignty. Real freedom is when you live by your own rules and you break the rules of others people. You have to. You have to. You have to get bold. You have to get courageous to do that. And it just doesn't happen in one day, okay? It's a process that happens over the years. But soon you take one step and you set a boundary to someone or something by clearly stating your feelings and your emotions, that see, this is the matter, this is what you have said that has hurt me, this has got this emotion in me, okay? And I don't think I can trust you again, so I'm ending this here, okay? Because I don't want to stay somewhere where I'm not valued, where I'm not respected, and where I'm not given the love that I deserve without having to ask for it. Because that's the point. If I have to ask or beg you for that, why would I stay here? First of all, you're not a person who is, you know, really knows my worth or really acts like you know my worth. Maybe you do know my worth, but you act like you don't. So that's not the kind of people or tribe that I'm trying to align myself with. So what's the point? See? Simple. It's not that complex to understand. Ask yourself this fucking honest questions. One of them is this person that I want to spend the rest of my life with, if they were never going to change, would I still be with them? That's why half of the equation is solved. And the answer is no. You know what you need to do. You need to say goodbye. And that goodbyes can be painful, yes. But not as painful as starting over, man. because you have no idea now where universe is leading you. As I said, now I'm going back to the beginning of this video. As I said, you are in this in between phase where things seem like it's not completely exactly where you're meant to be. You don't feel that inside your heart, but still somehow you know you're supposed to be here, right? Otherwise, see, the universe is very much, you can say, divinely orchestrating things out for us, even if we are not aware of it, but it's aligning things for us, okay? The way we want things to, you know, see or be for us, the energy that we are sending out, based on that, the universe is working things out for us. So if you're sending positive energy, like things are always working out for me, best case scenario. I keep repeating this to myself now every time after I have watched Freya Ray's video, because it really helps me calm down in a lot of situations where I'm stressing over nothing, or stressing too much, or stressing too less. I don't think I'm a person who stressed too less. I've never been like that. I've actually been the most stressful person. Not say I'm hard, not saying I'm hard to deal with or difficult one. Yes, I will be difficult for you if you don't know how to treat people according to their worth. If you don't know how to respect a human being, you don't have the basic human, decency, values, and humanity inside you. Yes, of course, you're going to be uncomfortable with me then. Yeah, and also if you're a person who cannot live up to your authenticity, you say you want people that are authentic, but you can't yourself live up to that. But how is that working for you? I mean, like, how is that working for you, bro? Really gotta question yourself, you know? Not to make you feel small or something like that, but genuinely ask yourself. It's not just about knowing that things are, you know, you can meet people who are very, very authentic. Yes, we can. But are you doing that yourself first? That's the real question. You need to embody it as well. Otherwise, how will the right people find you? They can't. Unless you yourself are in that same vibration and frequency that you are trying to align from outside. Right? I think this is the best therapy during the winters. Apple tea. Like, really heals my body. I don't know, I'm so grateful, bro. Every time I eat this apple, and I'm just like, I'm so grateful, I'm gonna cry. You're healing when your body actually responds to healthy foods in a, you know, enjoying way, or you can say a liking it way, or really loving what you eat. Whatever it is, not just healthy food, but whatever you are eating, just fall in love with eating that food and thinking how blessed you are, because the way that you have the privilege, you can eat anything you want and everything you want. Plus, the food that is actually, helping you nourish your body and your mind and your heart. The way I just don't eat food, okay? I imagine the way this apple is going to go inside my body and it's going to heal my skin and all the pimples, if I have any on my face, which I currently only have one, no another. The way it's going to make my skin shine so bright and smooth. So you gotta feel all that emotions when you eat the food that you're eating. So what are the benefits of eating this food? Go to ChatGPT and do this. Google it. What are the benefits of eating this fruits or vegetables you're eating? Whatever food you're eating. So that's what happens. You know, that's how you start feeling grateful for the food that you're having, because you know how it's gonna nourish and really take care of you, take care of your soul, really help you feel energized and give you the energy to work and show up for yourself every single day consistently. So that's what makes it so exciting and grateful about, because you know you're so abundant. And the frequency of gratitude is the biggest currency in the universe to attract more blessings, more abundance, and more food and more good things, good, you can say, people, good places. Because you are a person who has a good heart. So, of course, you deserve someone who is as good as you in your life, right? People try to especially the older age generation people, as people get older, even the adults that are in the middle age, or can say I've seen many people of my age as well. What they start doing is they start accepting anything and everything that is given in their plate. They start living by the world's ways, the society's mediocre, you can say mediocre ways. I have seen that. Like, they really be thinking like, you can't get everything you want. Of course, you have to compromise or sacrifice some of the things in order to get what you want. Of course, you have to be fake in order to be, get something you want. I hear all these things from those older age people. What I really think is their death is near more than their, you can say, more than the things they are, saying to us. Like, if you are a person like that, maybe start counting on your stars. Because really, your death is near, bro. Soon. Like, very soon. You're already dying. Are you even living? Are you even living for yourself? You're just living for, I don't know, what hella kind of shit. You're not living for yourself. And that kind of life, at some point, you are going to, crash out. You're going to be like, okay, when you're 80 years old on your bed sitting, and imagine. So I fucking wasted my time thinking about what other people would think, what their dreams were, and how they didn't achieve it. And so I started believing I also couldn't achieve it. And then started living by their rules and principles. And that got me nowhere. Today I am here and I have, you can say, nothing to look back and be proud of. Or sitting like on the bed feeling broke. Like, that's the life you get. That is what you're creating for yourself. Your death. Sooner, nearer than you think. You see? So the thing is, I want you to. I was watching this YouTuber's video. Her name is Tam Kaur. She's all about self development, self improvement, and self love. She has also written a book on self love, which is massively so. It has impacted my life in such a good and positive way. I have really started learning about consistency. and how to show up for myself, regardless of, I don't know what kind of experiences we go through, because that is uncertain, of course, because we don't know what kind of experiences we are going to go through. That's also the scary part about new beginnings, because it's not like I'm saying it's always going to be rainbows and sunshine. Everyone knows that life is not just about rainbows and sunshine and the good part, right? Yes, good parts are there. We all know that. And these older age people tend to, and they try to emphasize a lot that no, you can't just get things this way, you need to do that in order to get this. But my love, the thing is, your experiences with your mindset may have served you in your situation. So, what is the proof that your mindset is going to serve or make me align with my highest good in my situation? Tell me, give me. What is the proof for that? That it's going to work out for me the way it has worked out for you. Because I don't see things have worked out for you as you inside desired it to be, or wanted it to be. I see things have just, you have accepted. The thing is, you have accepted a life that is not satisfying, that is not in alignment with where you were really meant to be, and how much successful and how much known, loved, and perceived and recognized by this world you were meant to be. Have you ended up there? So why do I listen to your advices? See, we just don't listen to people's advices who are not somewhere where we want to be in life. We don't want to align us with ourselves with that, right? We want to align ourselves with the right people who actually have lived the situation that we are in, stuck in, or want some solution in that problem, right? So, who have already surpassed that stage and are doing very well off by themselves, or with the help of support of other people that are, you know, it really has helped things work out together and collaborate, right? Things are working out the way they wanted it to be. So we want to meet more of those people. Those are the right kind of people for us, right? Whoever you are watching this video. So, yeah, that's the point. That's what I was saying. I kept on jumping from one topic to another topic. Now I'm just like, wait, what was I talking about? Sometimes you get so much passionate and so much interested to talk with your people. With the right people, you forget what you wanted to ask. Like, you should forget some of the things. And you're just like, I should have written that down. Uh, Anyways, guys, so what was I talking? Yeah, I was in between. I was also talking about that friend. Let me clear about that friend part. So this friend, whoever she was, okay, that I thought she was very spiritual and actually very, you can say, in alignment with me and very much authentic as I thought she was. Not saying that she's a bad person just because she has hurt me or something like that. I'm not demonizing anyone. No, I don't believe in talking bad about people who have already left my life, because that just not a good reflection on my character, first of all, again, and also not a good reflection on, you can say, to the universe, okay? Because The energy you are focusing on, see, wherever your attention goes, energy flows. So if you're giving too much attention to that people that have hurt you, okay, that's what you're going to get and attract more people who hurt you even more, the same way she did or he did. I don't know, whoever they were. Is that what you want to attract? No. Then why, you know, I will just say about it once and get over with it, okay? Because I don't want to drag this topic now. It's getting long. And I need to finish the video as well. Because I have some work as well. Anyways. But today I was honored to create for you guys, and so I am here. So getting back. When we were having lunch on a random day on in a canteen, and she was basically, I couldn't eat everything on my plate that was given to me. It was excess. Mostly it was given in a lot of quantity. Okay, it was excess, and I have a limit to how much I can consume. I just don't consume over my limit and then get indigestion problems, gastric problems, and so many problems. Okay, if I eat too less, I have problems. If I eat too much, I also can have problems. So my body, it needs to be very much aligned with what I'm choosing to eat and how much I'm eating. I need to be mindful for that. So anyways, that's why it was like my food was in excess, and basically this person was saying that, okay, um, I think, how many people like waste food like this, like they don't eat it and they throw it out. And then I was like, are you saying that to me? I was like, bro, what the fuck? And I was like, I didn't waste the food. I'm just not able to eat it anymore because they gave it an excess quantity. So of course I am not going to overeat and then deal with other problems inside my body. That's not what I'm doing, bro. So I was like, and she kept explaining again and again. I just said one clear line about why it was the food was in excess. Oof. Okay, the food was in excess and I can't eat much or more, and I'm done with my lunch. So basically now I have no other choice but to throw it. And it's not also my fault that the rice was given more or the food was more than I could eat, right? So basically, and if you are a person with such a narrow mindset, like scarcity mindset, like just because you're throwing this food out of your plate because it's in excess, you don't have to eat everything that you're given on your plate and then prove to the universe like you are grateful for food, because many people out there in this world are very poor and they don't get enough food to have to eat. I get it. Many people out there are poor. They don't have this privilege, to eat food. They don't have the money. But food is not just a privilege, it's a necessity. I understand that. And the thing is, the universe is so vast and abundant. And if you are a person who really, knows that universe always provides whatever you need in life, because at the end things always work out, right? Even when you don't have the answers as to how, things work out still. And if you keep a positive mindset, it will work out better than you expected it to be done. And don't be surprised with the result of how things took its course and turned out better than it was expected to be, right? And she was basically trying to, impose this kind of scarcity mindset on me. And I immediately noticed that, and I felt something was off. I started, questioning, because she's a person who is spiritual, okay? How is she acting like this? How is she believing in something like, just because I am throwing that food away does not mean that I'm wasting it. I'm still grateful for having that food that I could eat. But I can only eat until a certain limit, right? She was trying to imply and explain again and again. You could have told the one who was serving the food that you needed less. Well, did, but still they gave it excess. And the thing is, you are not running out of food, my love, are you? No. If you have such an abundant mindset and you are not one of those people who thinks like, oh my god, if I waste this, if I let this food go or let this person go, I will never meet something better or more aligned than what I have right now or today. That is called scarcity mindset. That is you not believing that there is enough for you and for everyone in this world to have, whether it be food, drinks, people, places, opportunities. The world is vast. There is full of everything that you want there in store for you. That the universe will exactly give it to you when you need it. That is called abundance mindset, because you know you never run out. You can never run out of something that you already are from within. Now mind, that behavior was questionable, okay? She kind of tried to make me feel, guilt trip about me, throwing that food away, because it's not like I throw it away, literally in that sense, but I just cannot eat it, and so I keep it there where all the dishes are kept for washing in the canteen. Okay, I keep it there. That's where every plates are collected after the person is done eating their food. So in that place I keep it, and now where it goes, it's not in my hand, it's in someone else's hand. Okay, whether they will throw it away in the dustbin or they will eat it themselves. Why would you act like why would you act like you will never get food again? I mean, like, truly, this is the kind of, and then you get bulimia, you get eating disorders, you get so many other, skin problems, digestion problems, and every other problems, physical, mental, spiritual problems, yeah, by eating more than what you couldn't have. See, your body is designed to accept only up to a certain limit of everything that you consume every day, whether it be social media, food, drinks, people, situations. There is only a certain limit, and you need to set a boundary up to what extent you can handle things, right? You just can't be there for everyone all the time, right? It's going to drain you. Same ways, if you would have had more than your body can tolerate, it's going to drain you. It's not going to make you feel good. It's not going to make you feel aligned. And it's definitely not going to give you the energy to, show up for yourself again next day. And then, be on the right frequency. It's not going to make you help to get to where you want to be in life. But the thing is, yeah, If you are a person like who thinks like this, I will give another example for this. Okay, she was this friend, whoever she was, okay, she was trying to make me feel guilty for, making it look like I'm wasting my food. And wasting my food means I'm not going to get more, or I'm not just going to have everything I want next time I order some food. So this is called lack mindset, okay? Because you don't believe yourself you can get more, you can have more. Because the universe is not on a budget. You might be on a budget, but the universe is not. And there is always more than enough for you out there. You just have to be willing to look for it. Instead of just settling and accepting anything less than what you deserve. Right? Anything less of the treatment that you give to yourself and your body. Right? So of course you are not going to, in real life, I would take people as example instead of food. Sometimes you do want to have junk food, but again, that's not the example I'm trying to use, because you guys just go around and then attack on me and be like, oh no, my god, she's telling we only need to have healthy food. And then, well, that's not what I mean. Sometimes your body wishes to have junk, but the limit, right? You need to know when and how you are eating it. If you're eating it daily basis, that's not going to help you or your body. It's going to bring more inflammation, more fat storage, more, you can say, fatigue, more stress, more low blood circulation. Or it can, some foods cause low blood circulation, some can increase your blood pressure. So there's a lot of effects. You want to read about the effects, go and search what food has what effects, what are the benefits, and what are the disadvantages. Go and search, man, what's really good for you and what's not. Anyways, but I'm not going into that food topic and explaining the food chat for you now. I will maybe do a video in future about that. Right now I'm not planning on doing that. Yeah, but yeah, how much ever I know, I'm just sharing the knowledge with you, spreading my wisdom with you guys, right? Because I want the best for you guys, and I don't want you to harm your body. I want you to heal and take care of your body and your soul. So going back to the example of people, that is better example. So you start thinking, just because my ex broke up with me, right? That person, my friend, I don't know, didn't like me, okay, and they didn't find my opinions, or you can say things that I do, as good. Not good, but the thing is, they didn't find me cool or something like that. Really, do you care about being cool at this point? Because I don't. I'm out of the cool pool. Why is it so dark? Oh my god, this is. I was a ghost, okay, and I have appeared back into your life, and I'm posting this on Halloween. Halloween is tomorrow, but the vibes are already setting today. So happy Halloween to you guys. Do I look like a ghost? Okay, never mind. That's not the question I'm going to ask again, okay? Only one time, and your opinions are uninvited. It is not welcome. Sorry. Okay, bye. Anyways, so any opinion that your friend or your partner, ex-partner, I don't know, had about you. Sometimes, yes, you yourself are a toxic person and you need to work with your insecurities, trauma, and heal all of that stuff. And if someone has pointed out that in your behavior, be grateful, and you at least have the information on where to work or maybe it's your mindset, maybe it's the way you tolerate things or accept things that are not, really aligned with you or where you want to be. Okay, so yeah, accept those. You can accept those opinions that are actually, you can say, coming from people that are valuable, because their life, their lifestyle, their habits, their mindset, their character, not just the interest. Okay, shared interest doesn't always work. Big time lesson for me. But the values, what are the core values? Honesty, authenticity. These are my core values: honesty, authenticity. Third is respect. Fourth, it is I need, you can say, someone who is like, not really providing, being the external validation, source of external validation, no, but actually someone who is very abundant mindset, someone who is in support of me no matter what I do or choose to, act like or think like, because who I choose to be, this person can respect that, at least respect that. Okay, I'm not saying they always need to be understanding towards me, or they always need to find me, flawless or perfect. Perfect does not exist, and flawless also does not exist in your, no one is flawless. Okay, on this universe everyone has some flaws, and sometimes we fall in love with people because of their flaws and insecurities. Sometimes it's less likely because we are really aligned with that person in our life. No, we may not be, but sometimes it comes from our, innate nature within us, within human beings, to, take care. For me, it's like take care of others the ways I wasn't taken care of, right? Trying to fix them or make them understand and heal and work on themselves the way I couldn't or haven't yet done for me. So that happens sometimes. That is not good. I mean, like, always trying to, help or fix people, because that's not going to make them feel like they are loved and accepted for who they are. Second thing, you are going to get drained and that person is never going to get changed. Third thing is, this just means that you people are a finished project. Okay, as I have said you earlier. So this just means that this person is not your dream come true. They are not in alignment with you. They are not in the right frequency that you want to be in life, and maybe you are also not on the right frequency that you want to be in life. And sometimes you just have to accept it. Okay, you have no other option but to let go now of this person. No matter how much history, understanding, compatibility doesn't work. It's not going to work unless you have that emotional, you can say, responsiveness. The way your soul actually craves and wants to be taken care of and appreciated and loved and, you know, really seen. So, how is it possible that you yourself haven't taken care of you yet in that way, shown up for you in that way yet you expect someone from outside to do it for you? You can't just meet someone with that frequency unless you have that embodiment of that frequency of, really being feeling seen without having to ask for it, really being understood and respected for who you are, and for also what you were in the past or now or will be in the future. Okay, so yeah, it takes a lot of you accepting and loving yourself even more than someone from outside can do it for you. So that is what I'm trying to say to you, because any person from fourth thing is, any person from outside, if they become the source of your validation with any kind of relationship, I'm talking about not just your dating relationship, but friendships, connections, then you can say your family dynamics as well. It all gets affected, okay? It's all connected. The way you are going to treat yourself will be a direct reflection of how others treat you and how you treat yourself. When you are just at the beginning stage of your healing journey, and also in the middle of it, like, wait, not just in the beginning or middle of it, but I think I'm saying that a bit wrong, okay? Let me correct myself. What I'm trying to imply is you will continue to meet people that will trigger you in the best possible ways. Now get ready for this spoiler, because it's not very pleasing what I'm going to say, but you will see why I'm trying to imply this and why it is important for you to know, so that you can keep working on yourself and showing up for yourself with love, which with much respect and honor, right? I'm saying this now with much love, respect, and honor. Whatever you're doing right now, it's enough, okay? It is enough. And now whenever you meet anyone that is not truly or exactly where you want to be, okay, they are not completely in alignment, but somewhat they are. Maybe you have shared goals, shared interest, but you don't have that shared mindset, right? You don't have that shared emotional responsiveness. The way you show up for yourself is not the same way they show up for you in love, in friendship, and family dynamics, whatever it is, okay? Your parents don't understand you the way you can understand them, beyond the, the words that they say. You can see the depth of that, of why they are saying it, from their own traumas, from their own, you can say, unacceptance in their childhood that has deeply wounded them. That's why they have behaving with you like this, because they were never accepted. But your job, my love, just because you understand their pain and you have empathy, does not mean you are going to tolerate people, places, or situations that always expect you to do all the work, all the internal work, and also make you responsible for regulating or understanding other people's emotions. That is also what you cannot do. That is where you need to learn how to set healthy boundaries and say what you feel, what you need, make it clear, so that these people also don't become dependent on you, right? Because that's what I'm saying. If these people, you become the source of validation for them, you know what happens when you leave? Because one day you're gonna leave, and who knows, you get into some trouble. Not saying ill will on my name today, but the thing is, you get into some trouble and you cannot show up. I will take an easy example. You are getting into a trouble and you cannot show up for your, you can say, friend, family, spouse, whatever relative, I don't know. You, who shows up for relatives? I don't. I don't think relatives are someone I would show up for. Honest opinion, okay? You wanna question that? Keep questioning. Will I answer? No, because I don't feel the need to explain myself anymore. You wanna misunderstand me? Go ahead and do it. You wanna thank me, understand me? Fine. Compliments and opinions are to be breathed. It's not meant to be swallowed, because opinions are intoxicating. And I have recently heard this line in Wednesday Adams, okay? Opinions and compliments are meant to be, like a breath. You inhale, but you don't swallow that. You exhale immediately. It can be inhaled and exhaled, but shouldn't become the power to alter your, when that person isn't there anymore, or that person is behaving in a way that you need to cut them off, or you need to let go of that person. So it does not become attached. You don't become attached to them, because nothing or no one in this world belongs to you. And that's the harsh truth. Only you, your soul, belongs to you. Not even your body would be there for you after you die. Can't take this body with you. So at least take care now, when you still have the time, when you're still young, and when you're still, have the right mindset, and you know what is good for you and what is no longer good for you. When you know all of these things, why just know it? Why not listen to it? Why not actually imply it? Why not actually see where it takes you, the knowledge that you have now? Why not use that, make advantage of that? That is your shortcut to success, because the things your wisdom, your mindset, your character, these are the assets that you have in life that no one can take away from you. They can take away your love, money, fame, success. If love was taken away from you, by the way, it was never real. It was not real or true love, okay? It was only fake. Because love cannot be taken away from anyone. First of all, I said what I said. If it was taken away, it was never meant for you, never aligned with you. Because if it can get destroyed by you being your true, authentic self, well, Carl Jung has said this, okay? Anything that's destroyed by you speaking your truth is fake. It's not real. It's an illusion. Because nothing in this world can be destroyed. When it is real, when you speak your, truth, when it is real. Something real can't be just broken in seconds. Okay? Because the power of truth, not just love here, the power of truth works here as well. The psychology of truth also works here as well. Anyways, what am I doing now? I don't know, I'm just stretching. I've done some workout today in the morning. And I still don't feel the after effects, but I swear to God, when I wake up tomorrow morning, I know I'm going to feel some after effects. This is the thing about workout, Soon after you start doing it every day, now you're just like, oh my God. Yeah, I mean, like, I need to do it every day. And I love doing it. And also the pain, I mean, like, but physical pain can cure mental, sometimes illnesses, okay? See, don't get dirty, don't get nasty, okay? Don't go anywhere else. I'm talking about exercise, okay? So keep that in mind. If you're thinking about something else, you can think, you're free. Human beings have free will. But don't apply on me. No, you're not going to apply that on me. I see SEX as a sacred way of, alchemization of all the negativities that you're feeling into your biggest divine positivity, love and light and abundance. I don't see it as just for fun or pleasure, that SEX, okay? I see it as a way of healing me, really, taking care of me and nurturing me, and truly loving me the way I deserve to be, honoring me, respecting my temple. My body is my temple. So that's how I see this act of SEX, which is very sacred, and it's an art of alchemy for me, not just physical, meaning with surface level without any depth. that's not how I define it, or that's not what I accept. Anyways, whatever. I don't know why I was explaining that, but yeah, you start feeling this pain, but this pain you get after doing exercises, for on daily basis. This is kind of good though. I mean, like, it's not just about shit is working. Yes, you are getting healthy, you're getting in shape, you're getting more comfortable and more confident. See, exercise requires discipline, it requires consistency, it requires love. Love for yourself no matter what. Because that's only what going to keep you stick to it every day, no matter what. That what happens, when you develop these core values like confidence, discipline, consistency, love and happiness, you get the dopamine hit right every day. It affects all aspects of your life. You become more active, you become more present, you become more grateful for all of the things you already have and all of the things you're still, in the process of getting. And also, it affects your work life, it affects your personal relationships, your job life, your everything. Because the way you are now showing up for yourself gives you the full energy inside you, because you are filling your own cup right every day, whether it be by exercise, whether it be mental exercise or physical. Okay, you need to do both, because I believe in doing both. You just, and also the spiritual exercise, right, like meditation, or you can say just 5 to 10 minutes breath work or EFT tapping is enough. It will really, you know you can say hype you up and give you the boost and the energy to work properly throughout the rest of the day. So yeah, and I don't know about the mental, I mean, like, yes, I do it. I watch a lot of videos where I'm constantly learning about stuffs, like whatever stuffs that I like to study or read. So that is a kind of mental exercise, and any kind of, you can say, writing, journaling, that is also mental, right? Because you're thinking and writing it. You're not just writing shit. You know what you're writing. You of course have to think about things and then write the answers. So yeah. So that keeps you sharp. That keeps builds the confidence in you to achieve more, to have more. And when your standards here with yourself is raising, you are raising your bar. What happens? Whatever you accept on the outside now also raises. Okay, that bar is also raised, that standard is also raised now. You're not just going to accept any, you can say, low vibrational treatment, or some bossy kind of treatment, some kind of people trying to manipulate you, gaslight you and all that shit. Not going to accept all that, because you know what is the truth and what is good for you and what is not. You're not wearing that always that rose colored glasses when it comes to people that have no goodwill or about you. You know who has ill will for you, like against you, and who has goodwill and good interest in you. You know that. You can discern with it between that. Who actually has that goodwill and who doesn't have that goodwill in their heart towards you. That's how it affects your relationships. Now you know, you're so confident, even if this person leaves, you're going to meet someone much better. Things are always, that's why I'm saying things are always working out in the end. You thought that was the last friendship, that was the last relationship. Are you not here today? Are you not in a completely different setting, in a completely different new place? that you never thought you would be, that you once dreamed about and so fucking badly wanted and desired? Are you not here? So how are you here? And like, how is it possible that you are here and everything has perfectly worked out as it was meant to be by the divine? How is it possible then? Tell me. That in itself is the, live proof. You don't always need to know the answers to start doing something, right? You just need to put in the action and start doing it. You don't need always to know for you to, embody. Sometimes you just feel like, okay, your intuition speaks to you like, go do this, go do that. And in your intuition is usually at a very peak point, at a high level, at night, especially at night, okay? And it's very obnoxious, and unlike anxiety, it's not going to, stress you out. Intuition is not like that. It's not something that's going to, cause your cortisol level hormones to either go very high or low. It's not going to do that. But it's going to be a silent whisper that you feel inside your heart every single night that you go to bed. And it's usually the small nudges from the universe, if you are bold enough to listen to that. You don't just get big intuition and more, insight, higher perspective. You don't get it unless you start listening to the small nuggets of, divinity from God, about what's good and what's not good, about what you need to do next or what you do not need to worry about. When you start listening and actually following that without knowing how it's going to impact you or your life, right? Because you don't have, of course, all of the answers, but you have to make the choice, right? You have to decide and start. You just decide that I want to go to the gym today, random morning, whenever you woke up, okay? It doesn't matter. Even if it's like 11 a.m. and you want to go to the gym, do it. Who cares? The question is, are you trying to get other people in your life into shape, or are you trying to get yourself into shape? That's the question. That's the thing. You're not trying to, fix or heal someone else. You're trying to take care of yourself. What really matters and what is really stopping you from doing that? Nothing but you. You're the only way that will get in your own way of success, in your own way of consistency, in your own way of self-love. Okay? So before you go and get in your own way, make sure you pray to God. Say a short prayer or affirmation like, God, I always say this when I wake up, God, please always get in my way. Before I get in my own way to my own success, happiness, peace, love, abundance, prosperity, whatever it is that I'm truly meant to experience and are aligned with my divine highest path in life. So put me on the right path, put me on the right track to my divine highest path with least resistance by getting in my own way before I get too much in my head and not able to take any action or decision. I don't give my mind that time to interrupt or interfere. When I know I need to do something, I know I've got that intuitive nudge, that hint of what is the next step, I will act on it. I will not sit there, procrastinate, and then be like, oh my god, I should have done that, or I should have done this, then I would have had the answer for that or this. That's not how I am going to let my mind interfere with that. I'm just going to take the action. I'm the action taker, and I will do it. I'm not the very thinker type now. That's the version I'm trying to embody. Because sometimes your mind can be your biggest enemy, okay? It can work against you. And before it tries to, knock you out of your own way of peace, happiness, and success in life, make sure you don't let that happen. You just go out, go in nature, sit down, meditate, or just go around walking in nature, okay? Listening to good healing frequency music or whatever you like. So make sure you're taking those actions and steps. And you're not really letting your mind mm, go into a negative spiral or downward spiral, like, oh, what other people might think if I hug a tree, okay? Oh, what other people might think if I am wearing this outfit and I'm going out and they're going to look at me. Well, then you're never going to go out of your home. You're just going to rot inside your house, okay? Because those kind of things, if you're still caring about that, I'm sorry to say you're way behind in life in a lot of things, okay? And you seriously need to work on stop caring about how to stop caring about any opinions from outside, basically, not just shitty ones, but basically anything, okay? Anything, not just focusing on the shitty things you hate you get, no, but also the good compliments. Because one thing about compliments, it's like it's fleeting, right? It's a fleeting moment. Yes, for some time it's going to give you make you feel like happy, but what else then? What's next? It's not going to keep you up for the rest of the day, right? For the rest of the night. It's not going to hype you up throughout the day. I mean, for a brief moment, yes, you can feel it, acknowledge it, don't consume. That's what I mean. Don't consume. Feel it like a breath and exhale. Don't consume. Because that's where you give your power away. If you start consuming it, you cannot now live without it. Because it has become an addiction. And you know what happens when you are addicted to something? Like opinions from outside. You always need someone else from outside to tell you what to do and what not to do. You not just become dependent on that, you also become attached to that. Now, what happens is when you attach yourself to someone else, you're not aware of who you are. You start forgetting who you are slowly. You start forgetting your worth, your powers, what you should accept, what you shouldn't accept. Why would you want to fuck up your self concept like that? That is my question. Like, why? Why would you want to destroy yourself and sabotage yourself by staying in places that you know are not really, quietly exist? Sometimes we just always don't have to, loudly make it clear it has offended you. Someone's behavior is not really, you don't like it, it's not respectful. You don't always have to shout or, be loud about it. Yes, sometimes you have to clearly set a boundary and be loud about it. But being loud about it and clearly stating what you expect versus what you have given that kind of treatment from that person, make sure you do it in a polite manner, okay? Not also making that person feel like you're just pushing them away because you yourself don't feel worthy of that person or something like that, or you think that's too good to be true, or you just push something away that was actually healthy and good for you, but just because you didn't realize it at that point, you didn't know its worth. Don't make it like you're completely just shutting off, like shutting down from that person. Yes, you have a boundary and you can set your boundary, but you don't have to be, abusive. That's what I mean. Yeah, you don't have to be abusive about it. Just because someone has tried to abuse you, I get it, okay? It's boiling your nerves, it's wanna making you do certain things you don't wanna do, it's making you think and act like a psychopath. It can, okay? A lot of things can happen. I get you. I have been there, I get you. And I feel you and I understand you. It's because you do not really understand or want to understand ki why am I dealing with this, or why am I getting this kind of treatment when this is not something I deserve, or this is something clearly like not in alignment with my highest good, right? Get it. I get that. But the thing is, you just need to not let it go. First, breathe. As I said, opinions about people that has made you mad, right? Know that the opinions that people have about you are generally coming from them. The experiences that in situations and environments and social and cultural contexts that they have grew up in, living around, those kind of people that they have experienced and dealt with. So the way they are saying these things to you is now coming from that mindset, that kind of wiring of their brain. Okay, so you have to go deep, okay, and understand it's not really then about you, but actually about them, because that's how they feel about themselves if they are doing this with you, if they are treating you nasty or whatever. Then what happens is you no longer take it personal. Now you're no longer attached to their opinions. You know it's just opinion, but it's not true for you, because it's true for that person. It's not necessarily true for you. And opinions are facts. They're information written on a document that can be changed or altered at any time. If there is new information and new discovery, that document can be altered, and the text in that document as written as facts can be altered. uh, so am I supposed to care then? Question yourself, am I really supposed to care about their opinions? No. Why? Because it's just a fact, it's a statement. Is it the truth for you? No, because that's not how things work for you. It works different for you, right? So when you know this, things are automatically less personal, and you feel less the pressure now to need to try to convince them about your worth,